Warning, in this episode I'm gonna show you what Sihanoukville Cambodia looks like.
Welcome to another episode of Tag Along with Choi. We are in Sihanoukville at Otras Beach, and in this episode I'd like to give you a good look at Sihanoukville right now. I've been here over 10 years ago and I can tell you it changed a lot, and I'm not saying this in a necessarily good way. Anyway, I was a little bit shocked while being here. I've been here now 3 days and I can already tell you my first impressions are, I got mixed feelings. It is a great day, a little rainy, and I think it is a perfect day to show you Sihanoukville, Cambodia. We just have a quick stop at Brown Coffee before we take you around. This is at Otras Beach. I'm gonna walk you around the beachfront. Otras Beach used to be a backpackers hideaway. This is a little beach away from the main beach here, where the people leaving to the islands from here. Basically the city Sihanoukville has been a travel hub to come and chill over here, rest a few days and then move your way to the islands. I can give already away a little bit because that hippie vibe that you had here, the backpacker scene, that's totally gone. You can see this road from there is all the way going across. I don't know how far it's going. We've been here walking last night and we were quite amazed about how nice the pavement has been done. Believe it or not, this is Otras Beach. If you've been here before, you would not recognize it anymore. There are high buildings, hotels, casinos. It might have something to do with the start of the wet season, the raining season, but there is not much to do over here. We're gonna see this later on as well, and the other side, with the busier side. Also, we're gonna have a look at the city. We have been shocked about the amount of buildings that are empty and that are under construction and look like they just left alone. We're gonna have a look later on, but first, Otras Beach. I am always very positive. I try to sell where I am. Normally, I come to the most beautiful places in the world in Southeast Asia. We are based in Thailand, but we're showing you the beauty of Southeast Asia. Now we're in Cambodia for several weeks. Super happy, and the Cambodian people have been amazing, very welcoming, very helpful. The level of English is not always the greatest. That's maybe one thing. And in Phnom Penh, the capital city, it is maybe not dangerous at all. I don't think it's dangerous, but a lot of pickpockets are there anyway. You have to be careful of your belongings. Why I chose a great day like this to film? Just two reasons really, because it has been raining for about 3 days. Not every minute of the day, but it has been raining a lot. And also because I kind of got the feeling that this place lost its soul. It lost its soul to the businessmen of China, and I hope to find some soul here in Sihanoukville, and hopefully we'll find it together, and hopefully I still can convince you to stop a night here before you go to the islands, because if you come to Cambodia you're gonna have to come to Sihanoukville anyway, because you're gonna have to check out the most beautiful islands in Southeast Asia, and one of them or two of them are actually here offshore. So you're gonna have to visit this place. I'd like to show you the skyline of Otras Beach. You can see 3 buildings already where they're working on. There are a few shops here, a few restaurants. Last night me and Ilona have been walking around here, had a few beers. There was a lovely Khmer guy who helped us, served us a very nice burger. Actually, one of the better burgers I had here in Cambodia anyway. This is filmed in May in 2023. So I'm pretty sure that in a few years time, this place is gonna be up and running again. Hopefully not all Chinese owned. So the Cambodian people also know to put some soul in the city. I'm not saying the Chinese don't have any soul. No, I'm just saying the Chinese businessmen have been taking over Sihanoukville. I can tell you this, and I'm getting a little bit upset about this because I loved Sihanoukville so much. I spent 3 weeks here, and yeah, I really have good memories about this village, or about this village. It felt like a village. About the city. This is the south of Otras Beach. Just give you a little view of Sihanoukville, the city. This is not Sihanouk village anymore. This is Sihanouk City. But yeah, let me take you first to one of the guest houses which you might be interested in when coming to Sihanoukville and you want to stay here overnight. There's a cute little bungalow I'd like to show you. This the bungalow we stayed in. It's $40 per night. It is clean, it's spacious, got an outside area as well, a little veranda with a hammock. Yeah, and the people are very lovely. I think it's German owned, but all Khmer people working for them, which is kind of a rare thing. I think in Sihanoukville anyway, because we've been noticing that everyone is speaking Chinese to us in this town. When we talk about Seoul, the Sunset Lounge definitely still has it. There's a little restaurant here. There's not many people sitting here because it's quite deserted, this little town, or this part of town anyway. There are cheaper bungalows over here. I think you can stay here already for 30 US. A cute little garden. And it also has a well looked after swimming pool. Actually quite nice. Got some shades there as well. There's that little veranda with that hammock. The rooms are quite spacious as well. Nice, clean and tidy. We're passing through the main area of this beach. So we're noticing a lot of buildings being empty, under construction, or just left alone. Like a graveyard of buildings. Ilona joined us as well to have our Cambodia trip together for a little bit. What are your first impressions of Sihanoukville? Really, this episode is about Sihanoukville now alone. How did you experience it?
First night, hotel in between a lot of unfinished buildings.
Like a building site, basically?
Yeah. Smelled a bit, so...
What do you mean smelled a bit?
Smelled like garbage, sewage.
Yeah. This was a really budget hotel, not at the place that we just stayed tonight, or last night. But yeah, that was that.
Yeah, and prices are high.
Yeah, yeah. We went to a Chinese supermarket and like literally everything is in dollars, but the cheapest thing you could buy was like $1, but it's normally like $4, $5, $6. A piece of chocolate was like $6, $7. We want to get paracetamol for our headaches. It was like $3 for 10 pills of paracetamol. I mean, we're in Cambodia, not in China. But the feeling that we have is we are in China right now. And anything else that you noticed?
Oh, payments.
Huh?
I'm not good with numbers and with money, so if you're not good with it, get yourself a man like Chai.
Before we carrying on the tuk-tuk ride, we're showing you quickly Ochitel Beach by night. I've been here for about 3 weeks, 10 years ago, and it changed totally. So if you know this place already, it was a very calm place where kind of like a hippie village vibe. Nothing like that.
Calm.
Very calm, but let's have a look.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way.
As you see, there's a lot of things going on. A lot of new restaurants, a lot of new bars. But only Chinese restaurants. It's hard to find a Cambodian restaurant. There are a few left over, so if you come here and you want to have a proper Cambodian dinner, then it is also possible. But anyway, back to you, Chai and Ilona, back to the tuk-tuk. It is a little bit scary to drive around here and seeing all these empty buildings. That being said though, there are still some nice traditional restaurants here. We're gonna try to find them and we're just gonna make the most of it, but I don't expect to be able to sell you Sihanoukville like I normally do with different places that we go to, because we're going to the most beautiful places in Southeast Asia, and now we're in Sihanoukville and I don't got the feeling yet this is the most beautiful place. In fact, it smells a little bit here and there. It is a little bit, there's a lot of rubbish here and there, but we're trying to find the good bits of Sihanoukville. Before we take you to Independent Beach, one of the nicer beaches here in Sihanoukville, we're showing you around at Victoria Hill. This area is also under construction.
Is it under construction though?
Ah, you mean like if they're still working on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like some of it has been picked up already. A lot of things have been left behind when China went on lockdown. A lot of Chinese investors stopped investing in these buildings. Last night when Ilona and I had a drink, we spoke to someone, a local guy from Kampot actually, and he told us that he worked in Thailand for a little while, and he was saying the working conditions there are really good compared to here. He was talking about a lot of machinery that they don't use here, a lot of protection when working on high scaffolding. Here they don't have always the proper protection, he was saying, and he was quite happy the way they work in Thailand. That was quite interesting to hear from someone that was working behind the bar in Sihanoukville. Never thought he was he would have been a construction worker before, making better money there in Thailand than here in Cambodia. There are these huge streets, 2-3 lanes each way. It's totally redone in a different way we have ever seen here in Cambodia. And I can imagine about 5 years from now, it's looking really stunning. We're gonna have to come back to Sihanoukville really. If you've seen this video within this year, in 2023, you maybe want to skip it for now. Wait a little bit longer. Definitely come and visit Cambodia. It's amazing beaches, people, food, but maybe skip Sihanoukville.
Want to buy me something in this mall?
Which mall?
The Furry Mall.
Oh, we are in the Furry Mall right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's check it out.
Buy me something.
So we've got Amazon, KFC, Burger King, and I can imagine, oh, don't forget the Starbucks. I can imagine that not all of the shops are open. It's a very small mall. Basically what you see right here, we're in the center, this is it. I can imagine not all the shops, yeah, there you go, not all the shops are open. This is not because it's Sunday, this is just because a lot of shops are still shut. We're leaving Victoria Hill behind in the tuk-tuk on our way to one of the better beaches here in Sihanoukville, Independence Beach. Sunshine Bay Hotel. It's got a little casino in it, right at the beach. The sand is white, but it's not the typical white beach. Nice though, and you got a bit of natural shade. Not much going on, it seems like, but hopefully we'll be able to find a local place where we can get some Khmer food. The beaches look really nice. It's white sand, soft. The beach itself is very clean compared to the rest of the beaches we've seen in Sihanoukville. The water is not crystal blue. I'm not too sure if this is the time of the year. Guys, I think this is more like what I'm into. And I think we're gonna enjoy this a little bit more together. Because This is the smaller restaurants, the smaller places that I'm talking about. This is what I like anywhere. I don't really like the Hilton hotels and the whatever casino, big skilled investments. Lobster! Already fried? Can we have one, please? Yeah? Can I eat like this? Oh.
The moment you're gonna try lobster.
Really small lobster. I think they deep fried it already.
Lobster, but small lobster.
And then what is this? Pepper?
Yeah, pepper with lemon.
Pepper with lemon. Oh, can I put some lemon?
Your pram toaster?
Can I put some lemon? Or lime? I think. Oh. Okay. Oh. That's actually not bad. I think
Taste.
it's like shrimp, dried fried shrimp. I don't know, it's very fishy.
Good.
Let's get us 2 lobster snacks to take away. We found a restaurant at the water, at the beach, here at Independent Beach. And we ordered a samlar curry. This is a chicken curry and a lok lak, a beef, stir-fried beef, crispy beef, I think it's called. I'm not too sure what it is, never had it before. It's a Khmer dish, arguable because they say the Vietnamese came with the lok lak before the Cambodians, but I'm not gonna be mingling in this conversation. Whoa, what is this for units? But seriously, this is like the biggest coconut.
Very tasty.
Ooh, wow, so much flavor. We say in the Netherlands, this is lekker. This is very lekker, this is very tasty. First time for Ilona. How was that?
Good. Reminds me of a dish that my mom always makes. My grandma actually.
Oh,
She makes it with lettuce, tomato, and raw onions as well. With Worcester sauce and everything. It reminds me of that. It's really good.
I don't know if it's Worcester sauce.
Kind of sour sauce.
Yeah,
Salty.
It does.
Sweet.
very nice with the fresh raw onion. And here we've got the samlar curry, smooth, creamy coconut curry. It's a silky coconut curry with chicken, long beans, onion. Oh yeah. You do have to be careful because there are bones, chicken bones inside, you know, sometimes, especially,
I have one.
yeah, be careful. Being in Thailand for a while, you got used to the no bone curries, you know, especially in Phuket, Samui. If you go to southern Thailand, there's not many bones in food. Here, you order chicken, most likely you have bones. You order fish, most likely you have bones.
So good.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Wow, I don't want to
Fantastic.
Yeah, but seriously,
It
don't
is though, it is.
don't overreact. Really, like this is actually really good, and the creaminess of the coconut curry is something new. Ilona, I have to be honest with you.
Oh no.
I made some episodes already without you here
Really?
in Cambodia before you arrived, and I just wanted to introduce you to the people as well. Whoever don't, you know, there are quite a few new subscribers as well. Can you introduce yourself to the people who are watching right now?
Well, I am from the Netherlands. There is where we met. My mom is from Thailand, and my dad is from Aruba. Grew up in the Netherlands, and yeah. What am I doing here? I met the love of my life, and
So we changed our plans a little bit. We wanted to go from Sihanoukville, ideally, to Koh Rong, to one of the most beautiful islands here in Southeast Asia. Because of the weather, we're gonna change our plans a little bit. A lot of rain is coming up, and we're gonna give it a miss right now. Maybe we come back later, but we're gonna go to Kampot. Next episode, we're taking you by train to a very magical place. I've heard good stories about it.
Durian roundabout.
A lot more to see there. We're also gonna have some local market experience there, I feel like. Sihanoukville is looking very different today, but hopefully in a few years it's getting worth to visit again, because we got mixed feelings about this. You know this by now, I guess. Yeah, thank you so much for watching till the very end. I hope you still enjoyed this episode, even Sihanoukville was not looking the same anymore like it used to be. We would like to say from Independence Beach in Sihanoukville, Cambodia, bye for now and stay champ!